What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 32nd episode of the PS Pony podcast, where once a week, every week, of course, I get together with my best friend Ron to talk to you about all of the latest Sony and video game news that you need to know about. Ron, how you doing, man? What's going on?
I'm doing good. Last week, after we uploaded the YouTube version of this podcast, which uploads every Wednesday at noon Eastern, I made like a little animation for it also, so that it will just be something better to look at than just the logo.
Yeah, dude.
So
looks good.
PlayStation symbols in space. You know, that's
yeah.
just how it be. So that'll premiere Wednesday at noon on our YouTube page, PS Ponies.
Yeah,
Other
baby.
than that, not much. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima, the DLC. I didn't do the campaign. I just did the DLC.
Yeah.
I'm only a couple hours into it. Hades, I haven't beaten yet. I just haven't really felt like playing anything, to be honest. Still,
Yeah.
So. What about you?
Well, this past week, I beat Hades, dude. So, did the thing, beat it all the way through. Awesome.
Sure.
It does the thing that, and I don't like. I get like this is just the way roguelikes be. You know what I mean? But like, it's like so hard. I think whenever I finish a run in a roguelike, and like I finish it, and then all of a sudden, like for whatever story element or however they do it, you get bought back all the way to the beginning, and it's just like but I did it, and like now it's like well, I guess I'll do it again. You know, it's always this feeling of like, you know what I mean? I think it's coming off of like typical like Hollow Knight. You beat Hollow Knight, it's like, whoa, I just did like this whole thing. You know what I mean? Or like I think like more similarly, it's closer to like the gauntlets and all that in Hollow Knight, where like you're fighting 10 bosses in a row, because like it's kind of how Hades is. You're just going to room. Yeah, you're getting more powerful and everything, which is a little different in that sense. But like you're like I kept getting stuck on Theseus, so it's like I got brought back all the way to the beginning, run through it again until you do it. And then yeah, when I finally beat it, I was like, whoa, I did this thing. I finally, after all this stuff, and then, you know, we're right back where we started.
Yeah.
There's new stuff, of course, and then you got the packs of punishment. You can make things harder and more difficult, and there's more story. Like, the story's not over, you know. I just wish there was a little more of a gratification, you know, of like the whoa, like I did it, you know. Same thing with like Returnal. Like once we like beat Returnal, I was just kind of like, all right, this is cool. I don't want to do this again. So I beat Hades, a great game. I ended up beating it with the rail as my weapon, and that thing is amazing.
The rail?
Yeah, it's basically like a gun.
Oh,
it's the last weapon you unlock. Yeah, it's 12 shots, and then it shoots like lobs, like these grenades.
Oh, I saw you playing with that.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Daedalus's hammer just makes it freaking crazy. So, but I've noticed, I think the rail and the bow are my favorite weapons out of all of them, just because it just makes a lot of sense to me to like avoid enemies and keep them at a distance, you know. So just better for my play style, I guess.
Yeah, I tried the bow. I'm not a fan.
Oh, really? You got to get those crit shots, man.
I was doing the crit shots. I'm still not a fan.
Oh, really?
It's just too slow for me.
Well, yeah, that's fair. When you get the upgrades for the hammer, you can get like automatic fire. So if you hold square, you're just like rapid firing arrows. And then there's also like a double shot where like you basically shoot 2 arrows, so like you can like one hit a lot of stuff. So yeah, that mixed with the privilege something, like it's like if the enemy is affected by 2 different status effects from gods, then they take like 40% more damage. So,
you know what I've been feeling like playing?
What's up?
I tested it the other day on my laptop to see if it runs. Minecraft runs it. I was doing the Windows 10 version because I wanted to make sure it still worked. For whatever reason, I couldn't log into it, but that was working, so that was good. And then I tried Java because I wanted to see which one ran better. But I figure if we ever did a world, I'm gonna have to play on my computer because I don't own it on PlayStation anymore. So I'd have to do Windows 10, and it runs pretty like 60 frames, which is shocking to me that it did. So I've been kind of wanting to play it. I'm not sure though.
Nice.
But you always got to do it like a yearly.
Yeah, dude.
Thing.
You always hop into it for a little bit and then pull out. Yeah. But other than that, I've been playing Iki Island. I like started Iki Island yesterday. I think I'm halfway through it. Because I like really busted it out, dude. I love it. It's awesome. More Ghost of Tsushima, more story. It for those of you who don't know, it's like focuses on like Jin's dad and his relationship with his father. So, which I felt was kind of lacking, not in a bad way, but like I did want to see more about his father and all that. When I first played Ghost of Tsushima, but it makes sense that it was obviously more focused on Lord Shimura because that's more pressing. So, yeah, dude, love it. The only downside about it, I think, is that the horse, like the horse charge and then the armor you get for him, it kind of sucks that happens in the DLC. Because, like, if you're thinking, like, chronologically, you're going to play the game and then play the DLC. I don't mind it. Because, like, this is new. I already beat the game a year ago. Wasn't in the game. But, like, for me, if I just picked up Ghost of Tsushima, played through the whole game, got to Iki Island, and then it was like, oh, you now have this horse ability, and here's some armor.
Well, no, you could horse charge in the main game. It's just a thing you could do now.
Yeah, but I thought you didn't unlock it until you get to Iki Island.
No, you just get on your horse for the first time, like in Iki Island. Then it's like, oh, here you go. You can do this horse charge. You can still do it on the mainland.
You can still do it on the mainland, but you don't unlock the ability until you're in Iki.
I think it gives it to you.
Does it?
I mean, I didn't play the main story. It wouldn't make sense to unlock in Iki Island.
Yeah.
I think it's just because it's just how we did it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the armor even, like, you can't get that. You can only get the armor on Iki Island.
Yeah.
So, it's just something I'd feel a little like, I feel like I would have missed out if, I was playing through the main story and like I had this really awesome ability and I'd missed out on it. I don't know if the charge is available sooner, but the armor's sick. I haven't even
really used the charge.
Oh, really?
It's nice, but I just don't use it.
I used it. There's a moment when like you are on horseback and you use it, and also just like running. Like if I'm now, like before, I would, if I saw a group of Mongols, I'd like get off and fight them and all that stuff. Now, dude, I just run right through them. I finish the objective or whatever it is just because I charge right through them. That, and I also just fully upgraded it all the way because I had the points left over from Ghost. So, yeah, but I love it so far. More Ghost, it's great. PS5 enhanced edition with the haptics and the triggers feels amazing. Amazing. Whenever you blow on your flute or blow into your flute, you feel the vibration as if you're actually holding like the flute. That you feel the rain, the horse hoofs hitting the ground. And then like the pulling the bow. I think this might be the most satisfying bow like resistance I've felt out of all the like the bow resistance.
I'm just waiting for Horizon.
Yeah, dude.
It's gonna have to be good.
It has to because it's all bow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. So it feels really, really awesome. Feels really, really good. Highly recommend it. So far, haven't beat it yet. Well, I'm sure we'll have a little bit more to say once we do. But, yeah.
Well, speaking of Horizon, Zach, we finally got a release date for it.
We did.
And it's confirmed not coming out this year.
Yeah, of course. Why would it?
Yeah, of course. Horizon Forbidden West will be arriving on PS4 and PS5 on February 18th, 2022. Pretty hype.
Yeah, dude. I wish it was January.
February is a big month.
February is a big month.
January is a big month too, so.
Yeah, I know. I just wish it was a little sooner. But, take as much time as you need.
I mean, we all wish it came out this year, but it ain't. We all wish Hogwarts came out this year, but it's not.
No. I don't even think it's coming out next year, honestly.
I think it'll come out next year.
I don't know. I feel like they just got so delayed with all that stuff with JK.
I don't think it put that much on an impact on it as you think it did. Especially to put off for another year.
Well, I feel like a lot of the I feel like they just want a distance from it.
Sure, mainly, but they still have the names Hogwarts in it.
Oh yeah, right.
Associated with her.
Well, yeah. I mean, it has to be, but like, I just think they wanted to be further away from the whole situation before, But with Horizon Zero Dawn, we're also getting a 60 FPS free update as well that is currently available to you. So if you have not played the original Horizon Zero Dawn, or if you have and you want to experience it in FPS or in the 60 FPS, that's all ready to go for you. It's a free update, so load that bad boy up, download it, all good to go.
We all got the complete edition for free over the early summer, so
this is true. But pre-orders will open up on September 2nd, 2021 for those of you interested in pre-ordering Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Where's my day of? Who pre-orders anymore?
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, not worth it.
I mean, you pre-order to do the download. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
but even so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's exciting. Honestly, I kind of forgot it didn't even come out a 60 frames patch.
I honestly thought it did too.
Yeah, but we're still waiting on that Bloodborne 60 frames patch too.
Yeah.
But I am excited for that because I'm sure I'm going to replay it before the main or the second game comes out. So I have a reason to.
I feel like I almost have to, you know?
Yeah, just to remember what's going on. I never played the DLCs in that game either, so.
I bought the DLC and I started it and it was just like...
It was way after you beat it, so you didn't know what was going on.
Dude, it was like a year or two after I beat it, and like I didn't know what my gun, like I didn't know what like the weapons I had were. I forgot like how to fight, how to roll, like the controls. There was no like intro tutorial of like, hey, if you're just jumping, like that's what I always hate about about like jumping back into a game after being away for it for so long, and I've even been experiencing it with Ghosts. But now I'm feeling pretty good. But that first like 2 hours of playing was just like
it was awful. I had to lower my difficulty.
Yeah, like I threw a bomb, didn't even know how. I still throw bombs just on accident, and then like the stances. I would like do that weird thing where because it slows time down, I'd slow it down, look to figure out which button was what stance and which stance worked for what enemy, and then. It was tough. It was tough. But like since I think Ghost left so much of an impression on me, and it's only been a year, I think it was a little bit easier. But like with Horizon, like I hopped in, I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea how anything was happening. Like we were talking to a character, I think right in the beginning. I was like, I don't remember who the hell you are. But yeah, whenever developers do that, I do wish that they put like a little like optional, hey, do you want like a little like tutorial section? Like, do you want to like run through this again? Just so that way we, figure it out?
I wish, man. It was rough. There's like the combat in Ghost of Tsushima is very complex.
Yeah.
Well, not even like really complex, I should say. There's just a lot of controls. There's
a lot of buttons that do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it's really awesome how they fit so many like in-depth like options and controls just to like R2 and L2, but like I can't tell you how many times I went to change my stance, but I have to like pull out my bow.
Yeah,
and it's just
I haven't even like changed stance at this point. I just dodge and hit him from behind. Just right now it's just that learning curve. I just don't feel like doing it again.
Yeah. Well, what's awesome. So I really went through and I edited all my loadouts. I love it. It is such. It makes me wonder how. It opens the game in so many different ways now for me, because before like all my charms, they were just very generic charms for like every situation. Now I went through and actually like tailored each one obviously to a set of armor. So I now have an armor piece that not only does a specific thing but excels a lot at it. Like the Sly armor, the Gasaku armor, it's built around like staggering and stagger damage. So all the charms I have on it are increasing stagger damage, increasing stagger chance, increasing like damage to staggered people, and then I just wreck with it. It is a monster of a thing. And now it's to the point where like I'll swap armor pieces mid battle. The only, not complaint, because I love that it's there now, but the only thing I do wish was that there was more of like a hot queue or hot menu for it, like kind of like switching stances. Like I could just like hit left on the D-pad and I've switched to that armor set.
Yeah.
So, and I found out the archery thing. They want like to get gold. You need to hit them all in 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's impossible unless you have like Tediori's armor on with all the charms that increase like your draw speed and all that. Like there's
okay. If you slow time while aiming down the bow, does that actually slow the time?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. It does.
Okay.
And then that's another thing. Like you can have charms that increase that and everything. So yeah, you need it.
I figured that's the only way to go about it.
Yeah.
Is to have that. So.
Yeah, because I struggled with it for a few times, and then I was like, wait, I remembered an armor set that was built towards archery. And a lot of it was increasing the slow time and all that stuff. So I put that on, threw those charms on, and then I'm probably only going to use it for those challenges because I don't really use the bow like that. But doing that, I did it in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like 5 like theoretical game seconds that they think I did it. It took probably like 10, but yeah.
Guy next to you was like freaking out the whole time probably. Like, how is this possible?
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff I haven't really gotten into. I like playing the different instruments with the animals, using the motion controller.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Dude, it's such a great like. It blows me away. Yeah, thing. That and like just the landscape is so beautiful in this game. It's like addicting in so many ways for this game to grab me in the way it did. Because I remember just being like, you know what. It's not like I can platinum this part of the game. I'm not gonna like worry about, following the birds and looking for all the other stuff and petting all the animals. I just want to play this. I just want to play this DLC and experience the story. Dude, my butt is stopping at every interesting thing I see along the way. I'm following every bird just because I want. I don't want to, but like I want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't. When I loaded it up, I already knew I just wouldn't really care about the story. I would just be doing more Ghost of Tsushima stuff. So I've just been exploring.
Yeah.
Not really doing too much.
Yeah. Excited for Ghost 2. Let's do it.
Yeah. You know what? Ghost 2, Horizon 2. And there's also going to be, potentially, a Death Stranding 2.
Ooh.
Says Norman Reedus. Saying that's in negotiations for a second game.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
But, of course, the main protagonist of the game saying that is pretty big. So,
yeah.
I would assume this is going to be launching alongside PC as well.
You think?
Yeah, because I think there was a bit of a... I forget what like that grace period was between PS4 and PC launch, but I feel like both will just probably come out at the same time together. But there is also rumors right now that Hideo Kojima is working on an Xbox exclusive. That hasn't really come to light if that is like confirmed or not. But if this is the next game he's working on, that's pretty hype. Yeah. I haven't played the first one, but maybe the second one, maybe we'll fix some of that stuff. Maybe the gameplay will change drastically. That'll make me want to play the second one.
Yeah, man. I forget if I ever said this on the podcast, but I loaded, because I have it, and I loaded it up, and I was like, all right, I'm going to play it. Here we go. Started it.
Like an hour later.
5-10 minutes go by. I'm like watching a cutscene. I'm like, okay, wow. Like, it's great. Looks beautiful. I'm interested in what's happening. But I'm just like, whoa, is that how much time went by? I was like, I'm kind of hungry. I walked over to the kitchen, which in my old apartment, I could see the TV from like my kitchen because I was in the living room. And I like made a sandwich, grabbed like something to drink, walked back over, sat down, ate the sandwich, finished the drink, leaned back in my couch, still watching cutscenes.
Just telling you like this whole story of the world going on right now.
Yeah.
I do want to try it, but I'm just not sure if I'm going to be interested in doing so, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like this is a game that's kind of like, we're too far away for me to go back. Like Prey, I remember I always wanted to play Prey and like give Prey a try. I think it's on PS Now or something like that, but it's just like that. It's too late. Too late for me.
But also worth mentioning too that in those Death Stranding director's cut, people noticed that Monster energy drinks were removed.
Yes, people did, and I don't know why. Maybe Monster made them upset,
or it was just a deal.
It's gonna be Mountain Dew now.
Yeah, game fuel. But yeah, that was like a little thing that was also on this article. But in terms of the director's cut for Death Stranding, it introduced a jetpack, a catapult, new missions, and more based on what was shown during this presentation that these journalists got to see. So Death Stranding 2 comes out. It's pretty cool. I hope it's a lot different gameplay-wise.
Yeah.
Because I don't really want to play a walking sim.
Right.
Aaron would probably like it. It's a walking sim.
I can see if it was a little more pretty. I can see Aaron to be loving it.
I mean, it's very pretty. I think you just mean by grim.
Yeah, well, yeah,
right?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's more like bright and colorful.
Yeah.
It is only safe to mention that this is speculated.
Mm-hmm.
There is like some chance. The writer of this article said that the game he might be referring to is the director's cut that will be coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
Also, fun fact: Kojima apparently does not like the titling director's cut.
Yeah, that was said a while ago.
Oh, was it? Yeah, because it makes it sound like
that was on my solo podcast.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then we won't go back into it.
Yeah.
But,
It's more like in the film side of everything, as if there was cut content, but there actually wasn't cut content.
Yeah, there's
just
added
stuff.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
So.
Yeah, but speaking of interviews with famous people, Neil Druckmann of Naughty Dog was doing an interview, and they asked about his opinion or his feelings about the game Last of Us not being well received by
Last of Us Part 2,
of course, by a certain group of audiences. This was an interview with Game Informer. It reads, in a lengthy interview with Game Informer, Druckmann was asked how Naughty Dog dealt with the immense criticism from the production of The Last of Us fan base. Immense criticism from a portion of the Last of Us fan base, and to which he said that the studio knew all along that it was making, quote, making something that could be controversial, end quote. However, the anticipated controversy wasn't the reason behind Naughty Dog's approach to The Last of Us Part 2. The developer wanted to go ahead despite that. Quote, our intention is not to upset people or alienate people. Our intention is to tell a story that's meaningful to us, that we think has some value behind it, and is worth spending years of our time making, end quote. Druckmann told Game Informer, start quote, when we had the leaks before anybody had the chance to play it, that's when we got a ton of negativity and we started questioning, is this game going to be successful at all? We didn't even know how much the leaks really hurt us. I'm sorry. Were you going to say something?
No.
Okay, sorry. Following the leaks, fellow Naughty Dog developers reached out to Druckmann to offer support, which helped him get through the difficult time. Quote, those are the people I want to make proud more than anything else, he said of the fellow Naughty Dogs. If some percentage of the studio didn't like the game, that would just bum me out beyond repair.
The Last of Us Part 2 went on to become a commercial hit.
Woo-woo.
That ends with. Yeah, I mean, the leaks were really bad. I think that's kind of what did it, and then just started like a wildfire of people getting frustrated before they saw anything.
Yeah, it's the context of what the leak was that you needed, and you don't get that without playing the entire game.
Exactly.
So yeah, man, great game.
It.
I love the game. It
took me a bit to like it was more of like you beat it, then think about it, and you're like, okay,
yeah,
like understand like what was going on,
right?
Why
yeah,
Ellie was the way she was, and why Ellie let her go, and
exactly,
everything.
exactly, yeah. I mean, like I said before, I think I was gonna give it like a 7, right after I beat it, but the more I thought about it, I realized that the reason like I didn't like it for what like I liked it as much as a 7 was because it made me really question Ellie as a character, and I didn't agree at the end of the day of what Ellie was doing and her mission in this, and it made me feel weird about a character that I thought going into this like I loved and was technically supposed to love. But that's obviously not the case, and the more I thought about it and was comfortable accepting that Ellie was in the wrong towards the end of everything, especially in the end, I was like, no, this is a 10. This is 10. And the game did exactly what it wanted to do, and to provoke that thought in me, and grapple. It made me feel, you know what I mean? So little games make you actually feel something, Ron? So
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
Oh, that game. I thought about that one for a long time.
Yeah. If you guys have not seen it or anything, Ashley Johnson Troy Baker and Neil Druckmann, they all had a podcast with Kind of Funny. I think it was...
That was a good podcast. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I think it was their P.S. I Love You, especially if you're someone who disagrees with their choices and does not feel that they made the right choice. I highly recommend you listen to that podcast because they talk about it, their thought process, the production of it and everything, and I think it could be really eye-opening for a lot of people. So I would definitely recommend go checking that out for sure.
So speaking of Naughty Dog too, in their single-player success, maybe their multiplayer will also be a success.
Potentially. We got news about a multiplayer coming at you from Naughty Dog. How do we know about that, Ron?
Because Naughty Dog, their jobs Twitter page, just posted out a whole bunch of positions that they need filled, following in game design, lighting and visual effects, programming, quality assurance, and UI design. So it's pretty cool. What do you think like the multiplayer is going to be?
I mean, it could be the Last of Us multiplayer. I mean, it says it's a standalone, so I don't know if it's a new... It's a standalone, but we have no idea if it's going to include Last of Us or anything from their previous IP, or if it's going to be a brand new IP. We talked a lot about last week about what like the Last of Us multiplayer would look like. I honestly don't know what a standalone multiplayer would look like from Naughty Dog, and I don't know what I'd want. You know what I mean?
I think it just depends. Yeah, I think it just depends on what style of multiplayer they're going for. I don't think they'll have a standalone game just be like a third-person Call of Duty.
Yeah,
it would make the only thing that kind of makes sense to me is like off the top of my head is like kind of like a Rust game, but Naughty Dog.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit last week with like the Last of Us Battle Royale, and
I kind of hope a Battle Royale is not a thing, because I would assume they're gonna charge for this unless it's Battle Royale.
Yeah,
but you can't charge for Battle Royale. You can't have it be successful.
No,
it doesn't work.
I mean, well, that's the thing is like, I guess the question is it going to be a game like a multiplayer game in the sense of like Call of Duty, and like you hop into a game, it's 10-15 minutes, you get out of it, or something like Ghost of Tsushima where it's like you hop in these raids, you can do all this stuff, you're leveling up this character to get better and better gear? Or is it going to be something more like Rust where it's multiplayer, but you're kind of like, maybe it's set in the Last of Us world where you're building up a base and figuring out how to live and stuff like that. Like, it makes sense for that, but also, I mean, maybe it's just like something like an eclectic, like maybe it's going to have Uncharted and Last of Us elements into it, maybe, but I don't know how you bridge those two worlds together in like a way that makes sense. Honestly, screw it, might as well. Let's do it.
Let's go. Yeah, I have no idea what it's gonna be. I really hope it's just like, I'm sure Ghost of Tsushima's multiplayer being a success is what prompted this.
Yeah,
but
so it has to be something more niche like that, right? I would imagine.
And Ghost of Tsushima's multiplayer is going standalone. I believe it's like $20 or $30 whenever they do that. So I'm assuming this won't be like a fully priced thing. And maybe
I think you can buy it standalone now.
I don't know if it's available now. It wasn't like you weren't able to do it like 2 weeks ago.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. If it's out now, it's just because it is. Like,
gotcha.
Yeah. I forget when. I think maybe it is. I don't know. I don't care. But I don't know how much they're going to charge for it. I can't imagine it's $70. I would imagine at most $40.
For what, this multiplayer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard to get people to sign on to. I think like a Sony exclusive that's a multiplayer game right now, I don't think you can charge that full $70 yet. Well, Sony doesn't have like really a good multiplayer game that's their own IP. I
guess it really depends on what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, no, I can't really see it being like... I think for any multiplayer game right now, it has to do a lot to be $70. I don't even think COD's multiplayer is worth $70 alone.
It's because you just get a lot of stuff.
You get campaign, you get the zombies, you get whatever special ops or whatever. Like all of that collectively, I accept. All right, yeah, that's worth $70. That makes sense.
And it's nice though because I think COD justified it when they started doing Battle Pass, because now there's no more Season Pass in COD.
Yeah.
That's what I think justifies multiplayer being $70 more.
I agree with you. Yeah.
But on Cold War, it's not worth it because we only played Nuketown.
Exactly.
And then a 3v3 mode. So.
Yeah. So, I think this is probably going to be like $30-$40, but it just kind of depends on what it is, really, at the end of the day. You know, is this like more of like a casual hop and ghost every now and then type thing? Like, I guess it depends on the type of person you are. Or is this like almost Destiny level, like, oh, I'm gonna hop in, like, whether it's by myself or with a friend, and grind out whatever I'm gonna do.
If Naughty Dog just hits you with The Last of Us Destiny, that would just be the most insane thing they've ever pulled off.
Yeah.
Destiny is like the best one that is still being consistently supported.
Yeah, honestly, I like Destiny a lot. It's just kind of tough.
Yeah.
Anthem's been dead.
Anthem's been dead.
We just got flooded with so many of them. What, the Outriders? Is that the other
Outriders one? Isn't even
I don't know
really
how it's
up
doing
there anymore. I don't think it's doing well. And then, what's the Ubisoft one? Every like major game publisher has like
The Division.
Yeah, The Division.
The Division had a really pretty strong audience.
I was actually more interested in Division than Anthem or Outriders.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Mm-hmm. It did look pretty cool, but Destiny just makes more sense to play. The gunplay is just too good.
Well, I think what's difficult about like making games like that now is that your target audience are people who like those types of games. So what are people who like those kind of games playing? Playing The Division or they're playing Destiny. Mm-hmm. So you have to basically be better than both of those two games to get that audience to decide, okay, I'm going to put 5 hours of my weekend into your game instead of grinding for 5 hours in Destiny where I already have all of this stuff dedicated to it. So it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to make that kind of game and compete in that environment now, I think.
Outriders Steam chart as of August 30th for their 24-hour peak was 1,355 people.
Jesus.
Which, compared to their all-time peak of 125,000, not too great.
No.
But, I mean, launch week is always the highest. That's just how it be.
Yeah.
I think Cyberpunk's hit 1 million on theirs, and I'm curious now what Cyberpunk's at. I think I spelled that wrong. I typed Cyberrunk. Let's go. Cyberpunk. Oh, it's actually been going up. A lot, actually. Yeah, 830 was their all-time peak.
Oh, Jesus.
Of 24 hours, 17,000 people. That's honestly better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. It's a decent amount of people.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's kind of not all the PlayStation news we have. Elden Ring. It was also talked about at Gamescom.
It was.
That will be coming out in January. I think end of January. Forget the date. But that's pretty exciting because I think I am going to buy that. I think just George R. Martin's name being on it is just going to push me.
Yeah, until it gets delayed again. Then delayed again.
Please don't.
Then it'll be,
Well, George R. Martin isn't the only person in charge of it, so I'm convinced the books will just never be done.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
I have no intention on reading them, but I'm just...
No, it's just, they're way too intimidating for me.
D&D gave us the ending of Game of Thrones, and that's what we're going to have to live with forever.
Yeah, so...
But also revealed at Gamescom was the Halo Infinite release date, which is releasing on December 8th, 2021. I can't cite this, so forgive me. But there was a post on Reddit talking about how there's a chance that the campaign could be delayed, but the multiplayer is all good to go on December 8th.
Okay. Because
they're releasing separately.
Okay.
Because multiplayer is free to play, and the campaign you buy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's that chance. I forget the article, so take that with a huge grain of salt because I'm just some guy on the internet saying that. Hopefully it doesn't, because I want it to do well. Hopefully it gets Sony to kind of get a multiplayer game going, which I guess is what they've been trying to do.
They tried with what was it? Killzone.
Yeah, Killzone just wasn't it though.
No.
It had an audience, but not a Halo.
No.
Halo is just too big. Halo was like start of Xbox. That's just,
Halo was just like one of the first games to be what Halo was.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So
launched with the first Xbox. I think it was a launch game.
Mm-hmm.
And then 20 years later, Halo's 20th anniversary this year. So, also with that is there's a limited edition Halo Infinite Xbox Series X. Did you see that?
I did. It looks awesome.
It looks really cool.
It looks really cool.
I like it a lot. Did you see their the Elite controller for Halo Theme 2?
Nah.
One of my coworkers managed to pre-order it. One of them managed to pre-order the console, and then one got the controller. I'm showing you a picture now, if it will let me. It's that.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
When are we gonna get these PlayStation controllers on?
Hopefully soon, man.
Just give us a PlayStation Elite controller, so I don't have to buy like a $300 SCUF controller.
Well, the SCUF controllers are these Elite controllers.
Oh, is that SCUF?
Yeah.
No way.
Microsoft owns SCUF. They bought them.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Pro controllers are SCUF.
Yeah.
They're just under a different like branding.
Gotcha.
I accidentally closed out of it, so I apologize. But Halo finally got the release date, which is very good, very good. A lot of other stuff got announced and release dates. For instance, there was I'm blanking on the name. Let me find it real quick. Oh yeah, Saints Row Reboot arriving in February 2022.
Yep.
So another game coming out in February. What were your thoughts on it?
It looks so cool. It looks awesome. Mm-hmm. I'm all sold. I thought it when I first watched it. I didn't know if it was because I don't know about you, but I never played 1 or 2. So
I've touched on him a bit.
Yeah, so I don't know if we're gonna see like Johnny Gat or like Shawnee or any of the original characters from the game. Maybe not focused, but like maybe they might just be there. You know.
My assumption is that they're out because the Voltonic violation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the developers got a lot of pushback on this game's reboot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were getting a lot of hate on it, mostly because everyone just loves Johnny Gat and all those characters, and Shawnee and Pierce and everyone. They're not going to be in it, and they said they're just sticking to their guns. What they're releasing is what they're releasing. I doubt they're just going to put in stuff to just make you feel better.
Good for them, man. Yeah.
Yeah, thank God. Also at Gamescom was an extended look at Call of Duty Vanguard's campaign. No multiplayer yet, which they don't really need to do multiplayer trailers at this point because, I mean, they revealed the game and they said, hey, beta's coming out in a couple weeks. Just play it then.
Yeah.
Like, why waste the time just to make a cool, fancy trailer at this point anymore?
Yeah.
You know, the days of Modern Warfare 3 are sadly behind us. Where that was like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Deathloop got a final preview, which is the PS5 and PC exclusive, arriving on September 14th, so 2 weeks. Big hype. Alongside that was Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga finally got a release window of spring 2022, which it was supposed to come out this year. So Matt's gonna be very excited.
I'm excited. I love it.
I'm happy. 9 games.
I'm pretty sure.
1. That's insane.
Yeah, it is. It is insane. But I wish they had the Clone Wars in here. I don't think they do.
But I mean, what are they gonna do? How many Clone Wars games were
There's
there
just one.
Lego?
There's just Clone Wars. Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I don't know if that would take away from being the Skywalker Saga, though. You know.
I mean, one could argue that this isn't the Skywalker Saga, but that's a whole other podcast. That we can have.
She's Rey Skywalker.
Shut up. We're done talking.
Death Stranding Director's Cut got shown off a lot with its new features, new items, and missions, including the jetpack, of course. Forza Horizon 5 begins with you heli dropping into a volcano. So there's a bunch of gameplay shown off for that.
Yeah.
And then Metroid Dread got an official trailer, which is coming out on October 8th, 2021. Honestly, Hollow Knight kind of makes me want to try other Metroidvanias, so I'm semi-interested, because this is literally the game that made the genre.
Right.
So I am a little interested in it, too.
It's coming to Switch, right?
I would imagine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, only Switch, right?
Oh, I don't think so. It doesn't say.
Okay.
But I would imagine... I would think it's most likely going to Switch and PC exclusively.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah. I would hold faith in that, which I don't mind playing it on Switch. Dying Light 2 got a new gameplay trailer.
Ooh.
Also, apparently Dying Light, yes, here it is. They also revealed that Dying Light Platinum Edition will be heading to Nintendo Switch this year.
Have fun.
Who's still playing the first Dying Light? That they're like, oh,
it has a really great audience. It has a really dedicated audience, but I can't do it.
To buy it on Switch,
Can't do it. Cannot play that game. Screw that game for everything that it was.
Jet the Far Shore captures the wonder of exploration. It'll be releasing on PS5, PS4, and PC on October 5th, so another console exclusive.
Yep.
Well, obviously on PC. It's not true exclusive, whatever, it doesn't matter. I am interested in that game though too. The trailer did look really cool.
Yeah.
xCloud Gaming is coming into Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One in holiday 21, which is pretty cool. Microsoft is targeting to have all the games running on it at 1080p 60 frames, which is pretty sweet for streaming.
Yeah.
I'd say. April O'Neil is a playable character in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge and will also be in Nickelodeon All-Stars.
Along with Cat Dog.
Which is pretty hype. How does he pee, man? How do they go to the bathroom? It's always the age-old question.
Let's not talk about that, Ron.
I swear. Amazon's new open world beta announced, which will be coming out from September 9th to 12th, so you can play it then on their whole game service, whatever. Ghost Runner is arriving on August 31st, which is pretty cool. New game. And
Ghost Runner's wave mode, I said.
Wave mode, sorry. Yeah. Yes. Solstice was talked about, and there's the game Sifu. Do you remember that game?
Sifu?
Yeah. That will be coming out in February
2022.
Yeah. Of course, as well. So I'm really excited for that. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, there was a lot of other games.
Yeah, there's so much. So
it's hard to go through all of them, but those were like the big ones.
Yeah.
If I'm interested in Nickelodeon All-Stars Battle Royale. I just need to know I just need to know the whole list.
I'm all in, dude. I think it's like Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles,
I think SpongeBob's in there. Danny Phantom.
You think SpongeBob's in a Nickelodeon game?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Probably.
SpongeBob is going to be bigger than Mickey Mouse within 15 years.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
I disagree with that.
The generation.
He ain't going to pull money like Mickey Mouse, though.
It can't. Well, that's just because. Is Mickey Mouse pulling money or is Disney World pulling money? And Disney is just, the Mickey Mouse ears are just the mascot of Disney World.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I've never met anyone who doesn't know who Mickey Mouse is. I've met multiple people who are our age where if I quote something from SpongeBob, they have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, do they know SpongeBob? Because you said they know Mickey Mouse. Can they quote anything from Mickey Mouse?
Well, like, they know. Well, no.
But they know SpongeBob?
Yeah, but I feel like we need that, like, die-hard, like, jellyfishing, like, group to really overtake Mickey Mouse. You know what I mean? Mickey Mouse got 2 theme parks. Actually, got like 5 theme parks all around the
in
world.
the country too, but like everywhere else. Yeah.
You know.
No, I mean, Nickelodeon couldn't even pull off a Nickelodeon hotel. That's fine.
Is that true?
Yeah, they had a Nickelodeon hotel like years ago.
No way.
It was like a whole water park hotel. Like there were people with like this whole SpongeBob cast and other characters and stuff in like, the suits.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Didn't really work out too well. I forget when it shut down. A couple years after it started. But yeah, I think they partner with Hilton. I think the hotel place was one of them. Yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I mean, obviously Disney's Disney.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I'm sure kids now you could say, "Hey, Disney World," and they don't think Mickey Mouse. They think Frozen.
Or they think other things. I guess that's fair.
You go to Disney World and you just buy the hat just because it's hype.
The hat's hype.
The hat's hype, dude. You gotta wear the Mickey Mouse ears. Are you really in Disney World if you're not wearing a Mickey Mouse head?
I guess not.
You're kind of a Debbie Downer if you're not, to be honest. Your whole family's wearing it. You're like, no, I'm cool. I'm gonna wear Elsa.
Right. Remember
Elsa's
that
crown.
if me and you ever find ourselves in Universal and you refuse to get a Hogwarts robe,
I guess I wouldn't. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the difference. How much is a Hogwarts robe?
I don't know, like $130.
Oh, okay. So compared to like a $10 Mickey Mouse hat.
All right, fine. Your wand. Get your wand.
Okay, so $100 wand.
It's not $100.
Did you have to pay like $300 for a couple wands?
No, that was like some other like gift card thing that I did separate. Like the wands are like I think like $40 or $50. So, look, Ron, you set the terms of this condition.
I literally didn't. No part of me did. I audibly rolled my eyes. But yeah, so Gamescom happened. A whole bunch of things announced. Not as much as I honestly thought there was gonna be, but I think we're past the point where crazy stuff's gonna be announced.
Yeah,
it's the first year of the consoles, so next years following, get some God of War stuff soon, hopefully.
Yes, sir. But in sadder news, we have confirmation that for our Overwatch people, McCree will be receiving a name change. Why, you might ask?
It's to be called Brad.
So Jesse McCree was named after Jesse McCree, who was a person who worked at Blizzard at the time, or he worked on he worked at Blizzard. For do you know what division he worked in?
No, Blizzard.
I think he worked in Diablo or something.
Maybe Diablo or Overwatch. I don't know.
Yeah, something. Anyway, he worked there. So they named him. They named McCree after Jesse McCree. Since everything has happened with Activision and Blizzard, he has left the company, and it is unconfirmed whether that is because he was a part of the issue, or because he left on his own, or he was fired, or because he just left on his own.
He was also one of the people in the Cosby Suite picture too.
Yes, for those of you who do not know, the Cosby Suite was the hotel room of Alex Affafier or some. I don't know how to say his last name.
His last name doesn't matter now.
Yeah, but there was a picture of Bill Cosby in it, and it was notoriously known for like hitting on girls, drinking.
Yeah, the one you bring people back.
Bringing people back. The downside of it was, I actually read, because it's highlighted in this IGN article. I actually read some of the article focusing specifically on the Cosby Suite. Apparently, it was like a huge networking area for Blizzard, and some people were saying that like if you want to make those connections and move up in the company, you had to go to this suite, which is a horrible place if everything happened. Not that I'm doubting it at all. I believe it 100%. But which is a horrible situation for a woman having to go to this hotel room, trying to make connections and move your career further. But
yeah.
But
his name will be changed, and they also stated that they're just never going to name anyone in any of their games after anyone in the company.
Yeah, just to make sure everything is focused on a fictional world as opposed to a real world, because I don't know, I don't, but I guess a lot of people could assume that like McCree is modeled after the person rather than him just being named after him. I don't know if he is, but
I doubt it.
Yeah,
this guy is pretty cool looking.
He's pretty cool looking.
But yeah, as to how long do you think until obviously like the casters in the league are gonna call him like the new name and stuff, but how long do you think for like the general population of players to actually call him not McCree, if ever? I mean, there's still the Washington football team. People still call them the Redskins, especially if you're in Washington. Or,
that's the thing. Like all Blizzard can really do is just make sure all of their stuff is updated and on par with the new name. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on the name. Like I don't play Overwatch anymore, but
they're gonna name him McLovin.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if the name is more like poppy than like McCree, you know what I mean? It's more like, I don't know,
McJagger.
Yeah, it's like something that's easier to remember, stick out. Then I think it might be an easier transition. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure like if we hopped in a game and like they swapped the name to something else, like, and he dove on me, I'd be like, oh, McCree, because that's just already in my brain. But I don't know. I would say maybe like 2 or 3 years before like you don't hear ever the name McCree in any lobby again.
Maybe whenever Overwatch 2 eventually comes out.
Maybe. We'll see.
But I don't even know if I even want it. I doubt I buy it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. But they also Overwatch delayed an event that was happening that I guess McCree was supposed to be in. But they wanted to make sure his name was changed and like all the story arc fit his name and everything like that. But they did release a new FFA map that will be available in September. So
hi.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of good news.
Yeah.
If you're still playing Overwatch.
Yeah, of course.
One of the few people. In other news, Zach, Netflix's gaming service is now live, but only if you're in Poland.
Poland's getting everything, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're a good testing ground, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know what's so special about Poland other than The Witcher.
Hey.
Maybe it's just The Witcher.
I come from Poland.
So do I.
All right.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah. That anger diffused real quick.
Well, I have a great story that goes with Poland, so.
Why don't you tell it?
No, I'm good. Talk about the service, though.
So the Netflix is doing gaming now. For the people in Poland, they will not be charging. Well, their plan for this whole service, they will not be charging any additional cost for the service. Currently, they only have 2 games on it, which is Stranger Things the game and Stranger Things 3 the game, which you can download and play through the Netflix app. If you have an Android device, it is currently only focusing on mobile games. So if you don't have an Android device, then you aren't going to be able to play this if you are in Poland. Makes sense that these are the first 2 games that they choose, just given the fact that it's a Netflix IP. So, so I think this is more of a testing ground because they have said that they do plan to reach out and go to things outside of mobile, but you got to start somewhere, and that's just how it's going to be. There will also be no ads or in-app purchases at all for any of the games that will be featured on this service, which is good. Really nice.
If there were ads, that would be just an absurd thing.
Yeah,
to be honest.
So the person who's heading this up is the ex-EA and Facebook executive, Mark Verdu. He was hired by the company to be the company's vice president of game development. So I don't know if that means potentially maybe they will be developing their own games or what, but I think we got a while before we see anything like this on Xbox or PS5. They've done a few game things, like they had Minecraft story mode and stuff like that on there. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I did. They did that. Yeah. There was an episode of Black Mirror you could play.
The Bandersnatch.
Yeah, and then there was a some like jungle, like it was like a survival, like you were in like the woods.
Yeah, it was like Bear Grylls
doing
like the thing. He's like, which way do you want to go? And then like you go one way, he's like, you killed me.
Stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. I never really partook in it though.
No, it's not for. I think it's not. That's not. We're not the audience.
Yeah, exactly. But there was.
I did do the Bandersnatch show.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Was it cool?
Yeah, it actually was. It was really cool.
How long was it?
I think it varies depending on how you play, but it varies depending on how you play. I think it was like maybe 45 minutes or an hour.
Oh, okay.
But it was really good. It was really cool. It kind of messed me up a little bit. It was really weird, really freaky.
That's just how Black Mirror be, though.
Yeah.
That Snow Globe episode of Black Mirror
that was
is
crazy.
The best one, man.
That is a crazy
That's the first
episode.
one I watched. It was amazing. Yeah. Megan had me watch it. We were watching it
with
together.
John Hamm. That's the one. Yeah, dude.
He's such a good actor.
Great actor, man.
Oh,
great actor.
That episode made me love him.
The dating app one.
The dating app one is
that
really
was
good.
Really crazy.
I never really finished it. I kind of fell out of it. Black Mirror.
I only just saw like a handful of episodes.
Oh really?
I never like watched it. Yeah.
I like binged it and I was like, I can't keep doing this right now.
Yeah.
Because it's so different and it's hard for me to watch hour-long episodes of shows and binge.
Yeah, I would upload on Netflix or not Netflix, Amazon Prime. That's really good. I watched that like a year ago or something, and it was I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I'm currently watching Samurai Champloo on Hulu.
Champloo?
Champloo. Like
Champloo.
LOO.
Oh, okay.
Chris, our boy Chris, recommended it to me like a while ago because I watched Yazuki.
Gotcha.
And he said, watch this immediately after. I didn't. I watched like 2 other shows and rewatched Avatar Last Airbender, but here we are. Watching it now. Loving it.
Yeah.
I'm getting phone calls from everyone.
You really are. Evan Markowitz out here.
Let's go. Trying to FaceTime.
Silly goose.
I'll call him back after. But I mean, that's all the news we have, right?
That's all the news we got, dude.
That is actually yeah. But also remember that Netflix, there was like that rumor of Netflix and Sony doing something with gaming too. Yeah. So we'll see if maybe you can play God of War on Netflix. Kind of hype, honestly.
Yeah, with a remote TV.
Yeah.
TV remote.
That would be absolutely awful. But here we are. So,
well, everyone, that is our show. Thank you so much for listening. You can find us on a myriad of listening platforms for podcasts. We do post every Tuesday. try to post at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Eastern time. Depending on how my workday goes and everything, depends. But we will also be posting newly on YouTube every Wednesday at 12 p.m. as well. Mm-hmm. You can reach out to us with any questions, comments, concerns, or fan mail. Fan mail. We didn't do fan mail.
There wasn't any fan mail.
There wasn't? Okay, never mind.
Nope.
If you want to be a part of that, though, ask us questions, give us advice, critiques, whatever you want to do. You can reach us at PSPonies.
Nope. It's AskPSPonies at gmail.com. That is AskPSPonies@gmail.com. You can also reach out to us on Twitter at PSPonies.
Whoop, whoop. But yeah, so please do that. We love hearing from you guys. And other than that, we will catch you next week.
Bye.